So let's study the resolution of concurrent system of forces. Concurrent system is when the forces pass through the same point. So we have the y axis oriented with the x axis horizontal, y axis vertical. We have forces F1 which makes an angle θ1 with the positive x axis in the counterclockwise direction. Force F2 is making an angle θ2 with the positive x axis in the counterclockwise direction. Let's have a third force F3 and let this make an angle θ3. So all these forces are with the positive x axis direction. Now we have already studied resolution of a single force. So if I have F1, if it's making an angle θ1, so I can resolve it as F1x and F1y, y component of F1 and x component of F1. So I have got my F1x is F1 cos θ1, and F1y is F1 sin θ1. Similarly, I can even write my F2x is equal to F2 cos θ2, and my F2y, y component of F2 is F2 sin θ2. My F3x is F3 cos θ3, and my F3y component is equal to F3 sin θ3. Yeah, so this is my F1x, this is my F2x, it is in the opposite direction. Similarly, my F3x is over here. Since the x components of the forces are along the same line, let me take the next page. So I have this is my F1x is along this direction, my F2x is in this direction, my F3x is also along the x axis. So I can write the resultant, x component of the resultant, Frx, is going to be the addition of F1x plus x component of F2x plus x component of F3. So I can write it is summation Fix, x component of all the forces if I add it. The F2x in this case is pointed along the negative x axis, so its value is going to be negative. So I don't have to worry about that, I just keep adding the x component of the forces. Similarly, my y component of the resultant is going to be summation Fi y components, summation of the y components of all the forces. So in this case I have my F1y is in this direction, my F2y is also in this direction, my F3y be pointed downwards. So let my resultant force be Frx along the negative x-axis and Fry along the positive y-axis. So this will be my Fry. So I can write my resultant force Fr as per Pythagoras theorem. I'll get Fr is equal to, the resultant force is equal to root of x component squared plus y component squared, and the angle which it makes with the positive x axis will be theta is equal to tan inverse of Fry upon Frx. Now this theta could be greater than 90, could be greater than 180, depends on which quadrant it is, depending on whether your individual force Frx or FRY if it is positive or negative. If both FRX and FRY are positive, so this is my FRX, this is my FRY, so my theta will be less than 90 degrees. So straight away theta is going to be tan inverse of FRY upon FRX. If my X component is negative, but my Y component is positive, so this will be my theta, that is my tan inverse of FRY upon FRX. But in actual I want this value, so it will be 180 minus theta. So I'll get tan of 180 minus theta is equal to this. Or if I get the value of say tan inverse of FRY upon FRX as 50 degree, this value if I get it is equal to 50 degree, then the angle which it makes with the positive x-axis will be angle with positive x-axis is 180 minus 50 equal to 130 degree. If I have both negative, so my angle theta would be this, because it is FRY upon FRX so I can extend the same on this side. So this is my FRY and FRX. So if both are negative, theta equal to tan inverse FRY upon FRX. If both are negative, then my actual value theta, that is the angle which the resultant FR makes with the positive direction of the x-axis, this angle would be 180 plus theta. So in this case, if it is a 50 degree, it would be 180 plus 50, which is 230 degree with the positive x-axis. And the fourth quadrant we will get my x component is positive, but my y component is negative. It's along the negative y axis. So in this case, theta, it would be, we can consider theta in the clockwise direction with the positive x-axis, or I can write it as minus theta. So theta is equal to minus of tan inverse FRY upon FRX. Depending on the numerical on the sum, we will come to know how to select the angle theta depending on whether the x component is positive or negative, or y component is positive or negative.